Welcome back to another video by myself, Myron's YouTube. Today we've got a collection of some stuff. We have got a poem, which is going to be later on in the video, and hopefully you like the poem. But for now, I'm talking about what's going on here. The amount of people that have scrutinised either black influencers, black celebrities, and anyone who's tried to stood up for Black Lives Matter during this pandemic. I know there's a pandemic going on, but just think for their mind, right? I'm not black, so I can't tell what I've been through. I can't. But I've seen people who have told their audience what they've been through, and it's shocking to an extent. It's shocking to the core that they had to experience that. For example, Tobe Jizzle and Manny, when they both went to Italy, Naples and Juventus, they were told directly, yo, watch your back round here, it's a fucking bad area. For you to get told that in a random country you've never been to before, it's shocking. I know I'm also going to quote out here the original African, an absolute legend on the YouTube scene. Me and him have been, talking. I have a lot of respect for him. He's one of my favourite YouTubers. His most recent video he put on his Instagram live. Instagram is _original_African_. No, _original_African. He put this in the comments. They can't silence me. So now you're scared, now your families are danger, now you're scared, now you're involved, but yeah, fuck you and fuck you again, times 10. Sorry to my younger audience who have seen this side of me, but I've had enough. You don't have to say sorry. You do not have to say sorry for what you've been through. You have the right to speak up. We are all equal. We all are human beings. So if any of you are watching who have been through anything, speak up, because this is the time to speak up and let your voice be heard. That's why I make these YouTube videos. That's why I try and make a stand. That's why I walk 23.32 miles for George Floyd and Black Lives Matter. Because just think, they have to walk a mental road. Every day they come across people who try and bring them down. It's miraculous that we have to live in this world full of fear. Never know where your next meal's coming from. Never know when the world's going to end. You never know what's going to happen around the corner. People from that skin colour need to speak up, mainly. And literally, I know there's a pandemic going on, people. I wanted to set up a peaceful protest in Darlington. People were slating me up and down for me doing it, because I wanted to help. I wanted to show Darlington cared. And I know it's not the right time, but still, how can Middlesbrough do it in Newcastle, and why can't we do it? We're a town which stands together in race, ethnicity, minority. We stand for LGBTQ plus rights. We stand for equality and diversity. Where the fuck are those? We have shown LGBTQ plus respect due to marches and gatherings, but when it's for Black Lives Matter, where's it gone? I know there's a pandemic going on, so that's the main, aspect of it not happening. But still, if you peaceful protest it, if you keep the social distancing, which I was trying to say in the post, it had to be said there. But the original African, he'll probably watch this video, and I hope he does. Respect to you, mate. You do not have to say sorry. If anyone wants to follow his content, one of the most funniest YouTubers out there. He's from the North East, big up. He's an absolute legend, honestly. He's just... here's the thing. We need to stand. Together we need to stand. And we need to, just be there for one another. That's all we have to do. Now, this poem is called Equality. Basically, the ideology of my poem here is mainly for the aspect of what's going on currently. It's a perception of me, and it's a perception of other people I've spoke to. This is my take on what's going on, and it's mad. So, you say I'm free, you say I'm equal. I've had enough of this racist sequel. We live in a globe with different minds, with the scared politicians watching their behinds. Racism is the pandemic, infecting the minds of idle, bringing down the ethnicities, making them feel suicidal. We live in a world of police brutality, innocent killing with no normality. John Lennon imagined, Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream, but those eugenic ideologies didn't scream. Hand in hand, in unison, we are united in kingdom and state. Acting peaceful for the protests, anger starts to inflate. Black lives matter, all lives matter, clash of words spark unrest, eruption of their power to peacefully arrest. Goes to show the politicians are lying. Living for freedom is terrifying. With my chills multiplying, there is people dying. It's powerful to think that we're living in a world where racism is okay. For years upon years upon years, America have had to face a lot for racism. Black people couldn't even walk on the same path as white people. For example, for transport, they would have to go to the front of the bus. They would have to go to the front of the bus, pay the driver, and then walk to the back of the bus, and they were all clustered in 2 rows. So most of the time, the driver would take their money off them and then ride off. That's why Rosa Parks sat on the bus and stood for the right. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, they stood, they had a dream, they tried their best to make it peaceful in that country. They did it. They sorted equality, diversity, hand in hand in unison. That's what they did. And still to the day, we have racial bastards. For example, in Italy, earlier this year, monkey chants for Moise Kean. Last year, it was their own fan base monkey chanting a black footballer who now plays for Everton, Moise Kean. They were doing it for Romelu Lukaku, Chris Smalling. That country and the main team, Lazio, they were run by an anti-fascist party. It was created by Mussolini, who was the head of a fascist regime in the 30s. Racism will never leave us. And I feel we need to show racism the red card. We need to show people to speak up. We need them to speak up in these times, because this is the most important time to speak up, because when this is all going on, talk about your problems. Don't be afraid to what people will think. Yeah, they may be unjustified, but honestly, speak your mind. That's what I do, and I help people sometimes, and I do my best. But like I say, respect to everyone who's been not rioting, who's been peacefully protesting. Big up to a lot of people I've seen on Facebook. I want to say the support's been massive for me for what I did for my walk. I didn't do it for me. I did it to better myself, but I did it mainly for Black Lives Matter. I showed that I am walking with them. I showed I am putting myself forward in this. I'm showing that a white male in this day and age can do something like that, to conquer adversity and to show that their journey they've been on, someone else can do it, and to combine to show unison. I just want to say, you may not watch the full 10 minutes of this video, but I hopefully, and I mean hopefully, you like the video, like, subscribe, and if you want, share what I'm trying to do. Big love, big respect, And don't forget to check out the original African, an absolute legend. Please show him some support from me, you know what I mean? Big love.